All right, all right, all right. Let's get started here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Jay Lippman Live. Happy Wednesday. So glad you guys could be here. So glad I could be here. I wasn't sure how this was going to work out. Arian went back to work today, which means I am home with the baby by myself, except her dad came home from work in time to watch the baby. So we're good to go for the next hour. For those of you who are new here, new to the stream, new to the channel, my name is Jay. I am a freelance video editor and I teach video editing here on YouTube, mostly in DaVinci Resolve. I do a lot of DaVinci Resolve stuff, but I love talking about the art of video editing. So if you have any questions about the video editing process, make sure to pop them into the chat. I will be going through the chat throughout the live stream. If you have a question that really needs to be answered, there is a link in the description that will take you to a form that you can fill out, and I'll be going through that form, going through the questions on that form about halfway through the stream. And if you really have a question that needs to be answered immediately, or if you just feel like supporting the channel, there is absolutely there is super chats. Super chats are always welcome, and any questions that come along with a super chat get bumped to the front of the line. So with that being said, let's jump into the chat and start saying hi to some people. We've got EC Sanka. What's going on, man? You've already dumped 2 questions into the chat. We'll be going through those in a second. Brian McFarland, hello. Ferran SB, hello, hello. Refrag, what's going on, my friend? Dad's Talk Tech, hello. DK Paddler, what's going on? Darren, yes, nice to get a babysitter, absolutely. Dimension Pardo, hello. Sean Yates, what's going on? Let's see here. Let's start jumping into some of these questions. EC Sankar, if I use a font face, you know what? We're using StreamYard. Let's take advantage of their tools. There we go. If I use a font typeface for any design, video, or whatever, the use of these fonts has copyright. Some of them do, some of them don't. So you have to pay close attention, just like you would with any stock music or photos or stock footage. You need to pay attention to the license that comes along with that font. Some of them, they're just yours and you can use them on any project you want, no matter what. Some of them you can only use for projects where you're not getting paid. It really depends on the project. So I would definitely just pay close attention to the license that comes along with that font. But yeah, that's the answer for that. And then your next question is there a way to export stills from a timeline quickly, then grabbing the stills? No, that is the way to do it. You want to right click in the color page, you right click on the image, you hit, grab a still or save still or whatever, and then you can export from the gallery in the color page. That's the only way that I know of to export stills. I might be wrong about that. I'm sure if I am, somebody in the chat can definitely correct me. Sorry, it's been a weird day. I had a crazy day yesterday. I was like getting set up to record a video, and I ended up getting like the migraine of all migraines, and so I was basically in bed for 12 hours straight, and so I'm still recovering a little bit from that. Also, I got a new water bottle that's not bigger than my head. Let's see here. Next question. Hey, let's see. Next question comes from Ferran. Reference monitor or what do you mean reference monitor or panel? I use a monitor when I'm filming. So if that's what you're talking about, but if you could give me a little bit more clarification on that. Refrag, have you done videography? A little bit, but I'm more of an editor. I can do videography. I just I prefer doing editing. So let's see here. Dimension Pardo asks, any suggestions to do the Doctor Strange portal effect in DaVinci Resolve? I'm not a huge effects guy. I'm sure I know that there's a way to do it. I'm just not a big effects guy, so I'm definitely not the right person to ask. So sorry about that. I'm just not an effects guy. Let's see here. Sean Yates, What's up, man? When you have time, can you send a link on how to do split screens for music videos where it's a picture on top and bottom and the video is playing in the middle? Ooh, I've never done a video covering that, but doing split screens. Have I done split screen in DaVinci Resolve? I've done video collage in DaVinci Resolve, and I think you can use video collage for that purpose, but I haven't done any actual split screen tutorials. Let's see. Can you show me how to do your LUTs and power grades? Yeah, so actually for LUTs, I would point you to Darren Mostyn's video. He shows you how to use LUTs correctly. I have a video somewhere on my channel that does the same thing, but I would point you to Darren Mostyn's channel for that. As far as the power grades, it's super, super easy. There's actually a whole page, Refrag. For those of you who don't know, Refrag is a channel member. That's why he's got that little diamond next to his name. But he's a channel member, so he has access to all of the presets and LUTs and templates that I create. I give those all away for free to my channel members. So if you want to get in on that, make sure you click the join button below this live stream. But there's actually, along with that, there's a PDF that I created that will show you exactly how to use it. But once you get them into DaVinci Resolve, it's just a matter of drag and dropping them into the node section. And then all the nodes are set up and you just got to tweak them the way that you want. Let's see. Hey, Jim Robinson, how you go? Wait. Does Jim grabbing a screenshot is another way? Yeah, screenshot's different than a still. You can also go into Fusion, right click in the viewer and select save image. Okay, there you go. You can do it from Fusion too. 5 shifts from hell completed. What's going on, Frank talking? Hi, Leela. How are you? Brian McFarland, hey Jay, what's your go-to audio tool for removing wind noise from a recording without losing vocals? It depends on the type of wind noise you're talking. If you're talking about that low rumble, I'll use a low cut filter in the EQ. I'll usually drop it down to, what is that, 100 kilohertz, I think. I think it's 100 if I'm remembering correct, and it'll cut anything below 100 hertz, not kilohertz. It'll drop everything below 100 hertz. That'll take care of that rumble. That's really the best that you can do it. But my number one tool for getting rid of it is not letting it happen in the first place. You want to make sure that you're using the proper microphone and the proper microphone accessories like a dead cat or the little blimpy things. Those are really important for cutting out wind noise, because once it's in there, it's really hard to cut out without losing the vocals. It's very, very difficult. So the best thing that you can do is prevent it from happening in the first place. Let's see here. Yes, that is the correct way to export stills. Note that they will be the resolution of your timeline. So make sure you switch to UHD if you usually go HD and then switch back. Ooh, good. That's a good point. That is definitely a good point. Let's see here. The PDF is from DaVinci 9. Maybe, but the process is still the same. It should still be the same, because that's how I do it. I have a decent monitor, but not a reference monitor like. Oh, you're talking about for color grading. I would always go with a good monitor. You definitely want a good monitor. And you also want a way to calibrate that monitor, which I always suggest. Where is it? Somewhere. There it is. I always suggest this guy. This is the X-Rite i1 Display Pro Plus. This thing is absolutely amazing. You use it to calibrate your monitor, you calibrate the contrast, and the colors. And I love this thing. It's super easy to use. It's compatible with a whole bunch of different software, and there's also their own like proprietary software that you can download as well. But it's really good, especially this model, because it allows you to do the kind of standard contrast for HD TV. So I will always recommend the X-Rite i1 Display Pro Plus. This thing's great. It's definitely, it's not cheap. I think it was like $150 or something like that. So it's not cheap, but it's worth it, I think, to get accurate grades. But you definitely want like a decent monitor. BenQ makes some great ones for sure. Who else makes good ones? Dell makes some good ones. LG makes some pretty good monitors as well. I'm using two LG monitors right now. So, let's see here. Alex Dalbianco. Let's see here. Good evening, Jay. My name is Richard, speaking on behalf of Alex Dalbianco, who suffered his second major heart attack and surgery. He will be back in 2 weeks. I will keep you informed if anything changes. Well, thank you very much. Best wishes go out to Alex for sure. Holy crap. Holy crap. Do you need to color grade your footage because your picture looks fine to me? I would say you always want to make sure your image is color corrected, but not necessarily, you want to color correct your footage. Grading is optional. Correction is not, I think. That's my own personal opinion. I grade my footage. This isn't graded. This just has a little bit like what you're looking at now. This is all just some contrast and saturation and lighting. That's all that I do for these live streams. But I always do a little bit more in my videos. So, suggest some YouTube channel to follow for editing and stuff. Well, mine for one. Definitely follow mine, because yeah. But also Darren Moston has an amazing channel. So does Leela. She's in the chat as well. They both have great channels that cover video editing stuff. Who else? There's some great video editing channel. This Guy Edits is a great channel. If you really want to dive into like the art of editing, he's like my number one go-to. That guy is amazing. So, is this video sponsored by Frameworks? Oh, no. I really wish that this thing was on the other side, so it was just black. But no, it is not sponsored by, it is not sponsored by Frameworks. That's really funny. Let's see here. It's cheap. You can get $20,000 probes for color calibration. I like it too. The X-Rite. Yeah, that's true. It is cheap compared to some of the other stuff, but it's still, Yeah, I mean, you think about it. You're talking to the guy who not too long ago was second guessing any purchase that had, 3 digits to the left of the decimal point. Like being able to afford things, the things that I have now is a fairly recent occurrence. So, let's see here. And you apply the smoky nightclub filter to your live stream. I do that to my videos too. That's all thanks to the Tiffin Black Pro Mist filter. The smoky nightclub filter. Subscribe to Jay. Thank you, Leela. Darren, yeah, 2 plugs tonight. I didn't think so, but it's so perfectly placed. Yeah, it's just it's the boom arm. If I could have the label on the other side, I would, because it's honestly distracting to me. So yeah, I've got, so let me catch you up on me while we're waiting for some more questions to come in. I was out of town all weekend. I had, first of all, Thursday, I got my second vaccine shot. So I was a little nervous because that same night is when I left for Ohio. And I basically spent most of Friday feeling achy and really tired, took a nice long nap. And then I felt fine for the most part. And yeah, I started, yeah, I felt fine. The trip was great. We got back Monday night. And then yesterday, I felt fine when I woke up. And then, like around midday, around noonish, I started feeling off again and started feeling achy. And like my bones were cold. It's like I had a fever, but I didn't have a fever. It was crazy. Which it turned into like the migraine of all migraines. And I was basically in bed for 12 hours. Woke up this morning, got myself together, somehow managed to like get the live stream together. Arian went back to work today. So I'm, with the baby all day. It's been an interesting couple days. So if I seem a little off right now, that's why. It's just been a very, very hectic few days. I was supposed to, what was I supposed to do? I was supposed to record a video yesterday. I was supposed to film a tutorial and I never got around to it. I didn't even finish like setting up my equipment and clearing off my desk to film it because that migraine hit me like a truck. Let's see here. You upgrade to 17.2.1 yet? Any issues? I have upgraded on both my desktop and my laptop. I haven't done anything with it on the desktop, so I haven't like edited any YouTube videos, but I began editing the footage that I took over the weekend in Ohio, and I haven't run into any issues yet. So there you go. Call the frame company and tell them that you are considering using duct tape to hide their logo. Yes, maybe they'll sponsor the stream. There we go. But that means I'd have to change the focus so the logo is like in focus this whole time. 9 more people needed to like the stream. Pretty please. If anybody can get it done, it's Leela. Wait, is Tech for Your Needs here? No way. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Gaff tape. Yes, that's what I should do. I should put gaff tape on it. Like the streamer, I'll put you in timeout. Jason Lorette, hello. You can be out of focus, Jay. It's fine. Oh, that's funny. I could be out of focus. I could be. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I should have made a cup of coffee. Where are we at now? 22 people watching the stream. Live Life and Explore. Hello. Gijo VG, loves from India. Hello. Good to see you. So the video that I have, I got some really interesting things going on, guys. So I've got a video coming out on Monday. It's another DaVinci Resolve tutorial. I realized like I hadn't been doing a lot of those lately. I've been kind of all over the place. So I just did the teal and orange tutorial. I've got, I actually have a Fusion tutorial coming out. I don't do Fusion stuff very often because honestly, I'm not that good at it. But I got a nice quick and easy transition that I'm going to show you guys how to build. It's going to be a fun one. That should be out Monday, provided I find time to actually film the damn thing. Maybe later today. So that's coming out. Also, if you guys watch my 40K Q&A, you may have heard me reference something called Switch Take. That review's coming out, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. Also, I got something coming in the mail that I'm excited to try out that I will be doing a full review on. There's lots of stuff happening, and I'm in talks with a brand that I've worked with before, who is partnering with another brand that I've sort of worked with before, and they want me to help them out on their project. I'm not sure what that entails, but there's some exciting stuff happening. So definitely stay tuned. Definitely stay tuned. All video editors should you post haste. What? You should use post haste. Yo, who removed their like from the stream? Leela is the like police today. Coffee is always good. I'm not upgrading yet to 17.2. Yeah, I heard you say something about that in your last live, Darren. Apparently there's reports of bugs and stuff, so yeah, I'm a little bit more cavalier with that stuff here. Jay, I'm going to use a track from Licked on one of our new videos. Going to use the song Kung Fu Fighting. Been planning it in my head. Nice. That's awesome. Oh my God. That's awesome. Kung Fu Fighting is a great song. That is such a great song. Oh, I'm missing things. I'm the like police indeed. Jay deserves the likes. Oh, thank you so much. I've had 4 hours of sleep in 30 hours. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling very well. Connor Duffy, what's going on? Hello, question. I'm thinking of getting a Sony a6300, but already have a Canon. Do you think it's possible to use both a Canon and a Sony on the same video shoot? Is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, 100% it's possible. It might be a pain in the butt. I would definitely suggest grabbing one of these guys, X-Rite Color Checker Passport Video, because you can get this nice little color chart here, and it can be very handy for helping match your colors. Also, there is, well, depending on what kind of Canon you have, if you have a Canon that shoots any kind of log profile, you should also look into a software called Cinematch. It helps match cameras. Also, Color Space Transform and DaVinci Resolve can be really good for helping match the looks of different cameras. So there are definitely ways to do it, but it can be difficult when you get to the grading process for sure. I had several crashes with this 17.2 update. That's so weird. Ooh, good question. From Brian McFarland. What is the most important underutilized feature of Resolve? That's a good question. I don't know. While I think of an answer, I want you guys to weigh in the chat. What's the most underutilized yet important feature in DaVinci Resolve? That's a good one. Let's discuss that for a bit. There's 10 people who haven't liked this stream. Wakey, wakey. Let's see here. Would you vlog more, Jay? Yeah, I would love to vlog more. 100%. I'm getting the itch to go out and vlog. I just never go out and do anything. That's a problem. I don't feel like vlogging around my house because my house is a mess and Arian doesn't want me really vlogging around the house. If I ever went anywhere and did anything interesting, I would probably vlog a lot more. So there is a vlog coming soon, a collab that I'm doing. That's happening soon. But we're waiting until 2 weeks after I got my last COVID shot. So the 24th is when I'm free and clear. So we're gonna plan the collab after that. So most underutilized feature of DaVinci is Premiere Pro. Bah. I wish you vlogged more in LA. I do too. It was definitely a missed opportunity. It's definitely a missed opportunity. Let's see. Canon and Sony possible, but skin tone's different feel to me. Lens depends, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any tutorials to match shots of different prosumer cameras, please? I don't. HDR tool. Jim, are you talking about the HDR color palette? Like the HDR color wheels? Because if so, I may agree with you on that. Because that thing is amazing. I've been using it more and more and just experimenting and just figuring out stuff that you can do with it. That thing is freaking incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Power bins. Yes, there we go. I think Refrag has it. Power bins are definitely super, super important, I think. Power bins are great if you have assets that you like keep in the same folder on your computer and you use them all the time in your videos. Like maybe you created a title sequence for your videos, or I don't know, maybe you use the same song over and over again every single video because you're too lazy to go looking for different music for each video that you make, you know, stuff like that. You can drop them into a power bin so you don't have to keep re-importing them into every project. They're just there all the time. It's great. I've got like little transitions that I've created and different title thing, like animated titles that I've created all in power bins. Some songs that I use a lot in my videos. There's just a ton of stuff that I use, like any old title sequence that I used to use. I don't use title sequences anymore, but any of them that I used to use are now, they're in power bins as well. So if I wanted to start using them again, I could drop them in. Yeah, it's they're great. They're great. Refrag, do you still use your external hard drives? Absolutely. I have 3. Well, I've got more than 3. So I've got the 2 terabyte SSD that I use with my Pocket 6K. So I use that all the time. I have a 10 terabyte hard drive that's connected via Thunderbolt 3 to my PC, and that's kind of like my archive, like just where I keep all my stuff, all my published videos go there. And then like once a quarter, I will typically go through and upload all my published videos to Google Drive just so I have them there. And then I've also got another 2 terabyte SSD sitting right off frame here that I use for my laptop, because the laptop has a clean drive on it, but it's only 500 gigs. It's weird saying only 500 gigs, but when you're working with, 6K raw, 500 gigs gets eaten up real quick. So I actually have a 2 terabyte SSD, that external SSD that I use for that. And then I've got a 4 terabyte, just regular old hard drive. One of these little Seagate thing. Is this Seagate? Yeah, little Seagate thing. And this has like family photos and stuff like that. That's where all these go. So yes, I still use my external drives all the time. Yes, the Color Wheels HDR sleeper of all new tools. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. I absolutely love them. You know, when I really fell in love with them was when I got this guy, the DJI Pocket 2, because they have a D-Cinelike profile on here. It's not quite log, and any of it yeah, it's not quite a log profile. But it is slightly flatter and gives you slightly better dynamic range and all that stuff. And I really fell in love with the HDR color wheels when I started grading D-Cinelike from this thing, because it really helps out a lot. Like you get so much control, and I could just get exactly the look that I was going for. So let's see here. Do you think it's worth upgrading to DaVinci Resolve Studio and get a Blackmagic speed editor? Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Important underutilized feature, big list. Scene cut detect on timeline is a new fave one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely a good one. Scene cut detect is great, especially if you're getting like a... that's another really good way to do like the whole, Premiere to DaVinci Resolve workflow. Like if you're bringing something into DaVinci Resolve for color grading, you could just export one video and use Scene Cut Detect to cut out everything. Yeah, the Scene Cut Detect is great. And yeah, you can do it all in the timeline now too, right? That's a good one. Let's see. If I vlogged around my house, someone would probably set up a GoFundMe for disaster relief, right? Yeah, same. I just got like, well, I mean, the roommate still hasn't moved out yet, right? We're still waiting on that. So we basically have one less room than we need. We have one less room than we need in this house. So currently, my living room is full of just stuff waiting to go somewhere. It's my house. It's so bad. It's so bad. What is this COVID of which you speak? Oh man. Any advice on color grading workflow, the process for beginners? Yeah, I got a whole video on that. But like basic workflow is you do your color correction first, right? Color correction always comes first. Make sure that if you're doing some sort of creative grade on it, some sort of look like teal and orange or whatever it's going to be, you always want to start with corrected footage. So you want to make sure your whites are white, your blacks are black, your skin tones are correct, that stuff. Make sure it's a corrected image. That is step one. So I would do exposure and then white balance and saturation, skin tones, and then get into your creative grade. And at that point, the workflow is kind of like whatever is required for your grade. Just using HDR palette for black and white promo. Didn't use primaries at all. Nice. Nice. Underrated feature. All the small features that make the big picture. There you go. One of these live streams, you should do a Kahoot quiz about DaVinci Resolve or camera. What is a Kahoot quiz? What is a Kahoot quiz? I want a Sony camera. I kind of do too. I kind of want a Sony camera. I was leaning towards Sony, actually. I was leaning towards Sony before I got the Pocket 6K. So, yeah. Power bins for me. Power bins still are great. They are so... I love power bins. Let's see. Man, I am missing some chat here. I'm falling behind. Do you make your YouTube thumbnails in DaVinci? Nope. I make them... Well, sometimes I make them in Photoshop. Sometimes I make them in Canva. I've actually been using Canva a lot more recently because it's super easy to use. And they've added some like pretty cool tools lately that make it even easier. Taufik Nawaz, hello. But yeah, I use... Blackmagic Design should buy Affinity. I don't think so. Blackmagic Design is pretty squarely rooted in the video market. And I think that is a big reason for their success is they have a singular focus on video. So, hey Tish, how you doing? You want a Sony camera instead of a Blackmagic? No. I want a Sony camera along with my Blackmagic. No, not instead of. I love my Pocket 6K. But I would definitely like to have a Sony camera as well. I just want to collect all the cameras. Are you going to Vid Summit? I need to find a sponsor to send me. Only way I'll get there. Money, great speakers this year. Probably not. With the new baby, I probably can't. Because the only reason why I was able to go 2 years ago was because I was able to find somebody to take Kaylin for the week. And Killian isn't quite old enough for that to happen because Arian's back at work now. So it's just logistically not feasible. I could theoretically afford to go, but I couldn't with the baby and everything. I shouldn't. So Kahoot is a website where you can create quizzes and share the code with people. You can play pre-made quizzes too. Interesting. Canva for the win. Canva's great. What's your keyboard? This is the Editor's Keys DaVinci Resolve wireless keyboard, and I love it. It's great. It has all of, let's see if I can hold it back far enough so it's in focus. It's just a regular keyboard, but on all of the keys, it gives you all of the shortcuts that are available, which is super, super convenient because my brain is kind of like Swiss cheese and I forget things all the time. So if I ever forget a keyboard shortcut, I can just look down at the keyboard and be like, oh yeah, there it is. So this thing is absolutely, absolutely amazing. I love Editor's keys. They make a lot of really cool stuff. But yeah, that's what this is. Let's see here. Who wants a Sony camera anyway? Perfect focus is so overrated. Panasonic user. Oh man. Oof, $3,000 just for 3 days. That's a lot. That's a lot. Kirby P Films. Hello. How are you doing? Took me a minute to be able to read that. Let's see. What is the image of the tattoo on your hand? On my hand? I don't have a tattoo on my hand. I have stars on my wrists and stars on my arms. And then music saves lives on my chest. Those are all my tattoos so far. What's that art list thing you posted? Oh, no, refrag. It wasn't art list. It was art grid, the stock footage. Art list is music. Art grid is footage. Right now, Art Grid is giving away $500 of worth of assets to new subscribers. So if you haven't signed up for Art Grid yet, now is the perfect time, because when I say assets, we're talking like effects templates and stuff like that, like $500 worth of stuff. So they shot me an email. It was like, hey, we're doing this promo right now. So I thought I'd let you guys know. But yeah, Art Grid is now giving away like $500 worth of assets for new subscribers. So those are all the tattoos you can show us. No, that's all the tattoos I have right now. Is Art Grid and Artlist two separate subscriptions? Yes. Yes, it is. I use a combination of Canva and GIMP. They are both free, and that fits into my budget. I haven't used GIMP. I've tried using GIMP. I don't like GIMP. It's confusing to me. I have Canva Pro. I don't know if I'll keep Canva Pro when my annual subscription is up, but I did buy a year of it. So is Film Convert a good plugin for DaVinci? I see a lot of people using it in Premiere. I have used it for DaVinci Resolve, and I like it. There's not a lot of times that I'm looking for the film look. So, but when I am, Film Convert Nitrate is really, 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 really good. So yes, I think it's good for DaVinci Resolve. Absolutely. I haven't had any issues with it. North of Maine, very expensive to get to LA. Whew, yeah. Virtual Vid Summit for $199. I'd come to LA if not for COVID restrictions. I'll watch from my armchair. Show us the tattoo on your butt. I do not have it. Leela, why are you spreading rumors? Why? This is how gossip gets started. What part of Ohio were you in when you visited from Cincinnati? I was in Columbus. It's basically where I always go. I've got, so Arian has a brother and sister-in-law in Columbus. I have a couple cousins in Columbus. I've got family in Akron as well. So yeah, and I think the cousins that were in Columbus might now live in Cleveland. I can't remember. They might still live in Columbus. But yeah, Columbus. It's kind of, that's my Ohio home base. So Pankaj, hello, Jay. Any new announcements? Just ones that I said earlier in this stream. Got a video coming out Monday. Hopefully, if I can find time to film it, doing a quick little DaVinci Resolve tutorial. Got some cool stuff coming in the mail that I'm going to be doing some reviews on. Yeah, that's basically it. No huge announcements right now. None that I know of. I may have forgotten. I may have forgotten any big announcements. Let's see here. Oh yeah, apparently I've seen on Twitter a couple people actually haven't been able to get flights to LA from the UK because of COVID restrictions. Jelly Duck is here. I'm obsessed with gear. Is that bad? It depends. Like, I think. Ooh, sorry, hit the mic. I think it depends. Like, you can be obsessed with gear, but as long as you're smart about what gear you buy, it's fine. Like, I'm totally obsessed with gear, but I'm very well. I don't know if I'm very good at not buying gear. I'm pretty good at buying gear. But I'm also very good at getting gear for free. So, I'm smart with it. Like, I only buy what I think I need. But I've been obsessed with gear long before I started buying it. But I love gear. I love talking about gear. I love researching gear. Even if I am never going to buy it, I still like looking. Lisa says, wait, I think that tattoo says the love butt. Oh my God. Yeah, shoot. Thank you so much. Oh, let's see here. I shot a video not related to VWs this past week. It was fun branching out. It was about a big BMX cruiser that took over the streets of Austin. People in the community liked it. Nice. That's awesome. Hey, Jay, if you get 5 minutes, can you check out my short film, all edited on DaVinci Resolve? A1 Drones. If I can get 5 minutes, I will definitely check it out. I'm assuming it's on your YouTube channel. Yeah. I can, if I can find 5 minutes. 5 minutes is difficult to find right now, but if I can find it, yes. Oh, nice, Matt. I'll have to check that out for sure. Jim Robinson, I'm not going to be. Oh, let's see here. Man, chat's kind of flying now. Let's see. Hi, would you please show us one of your freelance works? Are you a freelancer? I am a freelancer. Do I have anything? I don't have anything right now that I can show you. A lot of my stuff is little one-off projects. Although I am in talks with somebody of possibly being an editor on a short film, which I'm really excited about. But most of my stuff is little one-off things like fixing an audio mistake or fixing color correction issues, stuff like that. The one big project that I was working on never saw the light of day, which I'm a little angry about. So I don't typically seek out freelance work. Like that's the thing is I am a freelance editor. I will do freelance projects, but I don't actually tackle, I don't go after freelance projects. I kind of wait for them to come to me because I'd much rather do the YouTube thing. Yes, Lilo, the one that we talked about. It's possible. Yeah, we're talking. We'll see. Let's see. Any suggestions on best computers to use for video editing on DaVinci Resolve? I would call these guys Puget Systems. They're great. They built my computer. But they build custom PCs that are like tailor made for what you need, and they know a lot about what's needed for DaVinci Resolve. So I would contact them. I've also heard good things about the M1, MacBooks and stuff. So you can always look at those. But if you're looking PC, I would definitely check out Puget Systems because they're definitely yeah, they know what they're doing. We need another Puget stream. Yeah, we should definitely do that. Is it free to use color grading for orange and teal? Just saying. What do you mean? Is it free? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. You can. I don't understand the question, Jelly. Short films can be tricky to handle on low budgets. They think everyone wants to do it as a passion project. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I've had to back out I've definitely backed out of a few offers to like edit short films because it was kind of like offered to me as a passion project, and I was like, no, like I've got kids to feed. I've got kids to feed. I can't do stuff for free anymore. So I need DaVinci. Filmora is frustrating the flop out of me. Why? Why is Filmora frustrating you? If it's because it's not performing well, then you don't want to go to DaVinci, because if Filmora is not performing well, DaVinci's not going to either. So I'm still confused why they gave you Intel. They gave me Intel because I asked for it, because I wanted Thunderbolt 3, and you can't get Thunderbolt 3 with Ryzen. So I have cats to feed. I got one of those too. Oh my God, it's 2:45 already. There's nothing in the form. I've got the form up here and nothing's popped up, which is why we haven't looked at the form yet. I have me to feed. I can always find a way to feed me. Do you think Blackmagic should do a light version of Resolve to get more people involved with lower end computers? That's an interesting concept. I never even considered that. Like you're talking about something that could run on lower end computers. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, but at the same time, like, the only incentive for that would be kind of like when you do upgrade your computer, that you'll stick with DaVinci Resolve and maybe upgrade to Studio in the future. But that's kind of why they have the free version now. So I don't know. It would have to be a really, really bare bones version, I think. So I don't know. Hey, Darren, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Have fun with your daughter. I will talk to you soon. Canada is getting better quickly. Yay. It is one of the most vaccinated countries so far. Nice. If you ever want some passion projects, Jay, hit me up. I have 500,000 unfinished projects. Oh my God. Oh, let's see here. Resolve Canon does work on an old kit. You just lower the resolution in the timeline. Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I started off with DaVinci, the laptop that I had was, I mean, it was horrible. I mean, we're talking like 6 gigs of RAM, or six. It wasn't 16. It was 6, I think. Yeah, 6 gigs of RAM. It was horrible. What do you think about the graphic card market? Did prices increase because of coins? I don't know. I don't pay attention too much to that stuff, honestly. Ooh, 3080 mobile, nice. Let's see here. To the pros, Resolve is already accommodating the low end of the market. Yeah, that's true. Someday you should do a crossover of all the DaVinci Resolve YouTubers and make a stream together. That would be more epic than the Avengers Endgame. That would be kind of fun, actually. Just grab all of the DaVinci Resolve guys and just do a giant live stream. That would be fun. That would be fun. Absolutely. My throat's starting to hurt. We got 10 minutes left. Let's get some more water. Oh, there it is. That's what Tish means by it's frustrating. It's just not capable enough. Tish wants to up her editing skills, and she's gone as far as Filmora will take her. Well, there you go. Blackmagic told me my 3080 GPU isn't enough to run Fusion. What are your thoughts? If that's what Blackmagic says, I mean, well, first of all, Fusion is more CPU intensive than GPU intensive. So it really matters not necessarily what GPU you have, but how much RAM do you have? So according to the minimum system requirements, Blackmagic Design recommends 16 gigabytes minimum of RAM for DaVinci Resolve, 32 gigabytes minimum if you're using Fusion. A lot of people argue and say it should actually be 32 gigabytes minimum if you're not using Fusion and 64 minimum if you are using Fusion. So there is that. But yeah, when it comes to Fusion, RAM is actually more important. So 3 more likes needed before Jay can sign off. I'm on 64 gigabytes of RAM and DaVinci is banging. Yeah, same with me. Hold on one sec, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, 64 gigabytes of RAM. I have 64 gigs of RAM, and it's awesome. You can link in your description to any other YouTube. What is against the rules of linking? If I'm understanding you correctly, like the biggest thing when it comes to linking to stuff in YouTube is just if it's an affiliate link, if you're making money off that link, you have to disclose that. So your vids help a lot. Thank you very much, Sluggy Milk. I love your channel name. Chris Taylor says, hey, Jay, it would be great to get a full tutorial on turning a video conference, e.g. Zoom, WebEx, or Teams, into an interview. I saw a video on multicam, but any other tutorials or advice? I don't have any now, but any advice? Honestly, my biggest piece of advice for that comes from the production side. Really what you want to do if you're doing like a Zoom web call or WebEx or whatever, the best thing to possibly do is make sure the person that you're interviewing has the most professional setup possible, and maybe records their audio and their video separately from the web call. That way you have like raw materials to work with. There's also other tools out there that will record like in 4K. I was in talks with some of them before the baby was born about possibly doing a project, but there's one called like Clear Channel or something like that. I think it was Clear Channel or something. Yeah, something like that. where you can do those things like interviews and stuff over the web, and it will record it. And it will record the video and the audio separately, and you can download each individual person's video and audio and all that stuff. So something like that could work too. But really, it's on the production side that you're going to have the biggest issue. It's all about getting the highest quality audio and video to work with. And then when you get into editing, you can it's just a matter of editing together an interview. So, let's see here. Let's see here. Smash that thumbs up. Yes. Yes, yes. Wait, there might be a Banff YouTube conference. That would be sick. I want to go to Canada. I work on 12 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm able to do almost anything on Resolve. Yesterday, I completely edited a whole VFX short film. Nice. Like, there are definitely ways to... let's get to 30 likes before the end of the stream. That would be amazing. What was I? I was going to say something. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, right. So there are ways to make it so DaVinci Resolve will run relatively smoothly on lower end computers. In fact, I have 2 videos on my channel, both about smooth playback in DaVinci Resolve, and following those tips will actually help DaVinci Resolve run on lower end computers. So if you want to check out those videos, they are on my channel. Just go to my channel and search. Did you know you could search for specific videos on people's YouTube channels? You can. There's a little magnifying glass thing on their channel. You just click that, type in smooth playback. You'll have 2 videos that come up, and you can take a look at those. That's so awesome. Yes, Banff. I want to go to Banff. Hello, Jay. I am recording HLG 3 with Rec 709 color space. Do I need to convert it somehow, or I can color grade it right away? First color balance, etc., then color grading. Yeah, it's color balance, then color grading. Absolutely. I don't have much experience with HLG though, because I went from Canon to Blackmagic. So I'm back, daughter back. Nice. Just in time for me to get out of here a little bit. So yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I got to get the baby back from his grandfather. So guys, keep an eye out. There is a video coming Monday, I hope. If not, I'll let you know, but there should be a video coming out Monday. It's a little transition infusion that you can make fairly easily. It's a fun one. Good God. My throat is dying. All right. New video coming out Monday. Keep an eye out for that. Other than that, make sure, guys, if you want to get access to... I can't remember what I was going to say. Can we start that over? Let's start that over. Keep an eye out for Monday's video, please, and thank you. Also, if you enjoyed this stream, if you got any value out of it whatsoever, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel already, it would be much, much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Also, if you want to get all sorts of fun goodies, like free presets and LUTs and members-only live streams, which will be returning as soon as I figure out my stupid schedule, because my stupid schedule keeps changing on me, and all sorts of other really cool stuff. Make sure you click that join button right below this live stream. Become a channel member today. It's only a few bucks a month, and I don't know. You can ask all the people with diamonds next to their names whether it's worth it or not. But huge shout out to all the channel members in the stream today. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you for continuing to make Wednesday my favorite day of the week. I love you to death. And make sure you come say hi to me in the Discord server if you want to hang out in between these streams. And with that, love you to death. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.